Hey everybody, Mental Fox here. I thought that it might be fun if this Christmas I shared with you guys some of the games that I played when I was young. My first gaming console was the Mattel Intellivision. It was released, I think in 1980. You can see that this game screen here says copyright 1979. That's probably when this particular game was written, but the console itself I don't think was released till 1980. I don't remember what year I got it, but it was my first console. And back then, gaming consoles used to come with a game packed in. And the game that was packed in with the Mattel Intellivision was an interesting choice. It was the game was actually called Las Vegas Poker and Blackjack, but the title screen here just says Blackjack and Poker, which I find kind of interesting. This is a two-player game. You need somebody else to play with. Luckily, I have a brother who is a couple years younger than me, and he and I would play these games together. This was probably the first game that we played when we got our Intellivision, since it was the pack-in. And I thought it might be fun if I shared it with you guys, showed you a little bit of the gameplay, and we'll take a look at this game and a couple of other games that I think I may have gotten on that Christmas when we, my brother and I, got the Intellivision. So, if you're not familiar with the Mattel Intellivision, it comes with two controllers. They're kind of interesting looking. They have a keypad on them, numbered 1 through 9 and a 0, and then there's also a clear and an enter. On the side are some buttons that you could press. Usually those are used for firing weapons, lasers or whatever. And then the main control, it's not a joystick and it's not a thumb pad like we have now. Instead it was a disc, which I actually loved. A lot of people hate the Intellivision for this controller, but I actually love it. So that sound you heard right there was me pressing the disc to start the game. And you can see the dealer up at the top of the screen there. He's asking us for our starting wallet, and the cursor's there flashing next to player number 1. So let's say that I'm player number 1, and I've walked in with $100, so I'm going to use the Intellivision keypad to enter $100. And let's say I'm playing against my brother. He's player number 2, and he has $100 too. So we enter in our starting wallet, and the dealer is asking us if we're ready. He's asking what game we want to play. And there's several games that come with this. You get 5-card stud, 7-card stud, 5-card draw, blackjack, and then you could just do dealer's choice and let the dealer pick the game for you. Let's just do good old 5-card draw here. So I'm going to pick that, and then you'll hear the dealer shuffle the cards, and he will deal them out. Listen to these great sound effects. Oh yeah, he says we're playing 5-card draw. You could hear the cards flipping as they land on the table, and you could see he's a little shifty-eyed. Look at his eyes going there. I always thought that was kind of cool. So, what we're looking at here, we have to ante. We're looking at the back of the cards, right? So, imagine my brother and I sitting on the living room floor, looking at our TV. Both of our cards are face down. Obviously, I don't want him to look at my cards, and he doesn't want me to look at his. So, in order for me to look at my cards, I have to press and hold down the disc, and it will show my cards. But if my brother's looking at the screen, he'll see my cards too. So what you have to do is, when it's not your turn, you look away from the screen when the other player looks at his cards. So my brother and I, we didn't really cheat, at least I didn't think he cheated. When it was not our turn, we would look away when the other player looked at his cards. So I would say, okay, I'm going to look at my cards, and my brother would look away, and I'd hold down the disc, and there's my cards. I've got 2 jacks. That's pretty good. That's not bad at all for 5-card draw here. So I'm going to go ahead and bet 10. I don't want to bet too much to scare him away, So now it is my brother's turn. So I would look away, and he would press the disc and see what cards he's got. And he's got 2 6s. He's thinking, that's not bad. Or maybe he could try for a straight 6, 7, 8. I don't know. So he's thinking, 2 6s, sure, I'll stay in. He's going to go ahead and call. Now it's the dealer's turn, and he is going to call as well. So now I get to decide whether I want to keep cards or get rid of cards. So again, my brother would look away. I would look at my cards, and I'd be like, I want to keep those 2 jacks, but I want to get rid of cards 1, 2, and 3. Those are my discards. Now I'm going to look at my cards again, and I really didn't improve my hand at all. But I still have 2 jacks, and I'm feeling pretty good about that, so I'm going to bet a little bit more. Oh, actually, I guess... I guess I can't bet now. Interesting. I may have forgotten how to play this, or I may have done something wrong. So anyway, it's my brother's turn. He is going to... going for a straight's pretty crazy, right? So he's going to hang on to those 2 6s and see if he can improve on that. So he's going to get rid of cards 1, 3, and 5. More cards are going to be dealt. Now it's the dealer's turn. I guess you don't bet until you've got your cards on. I guess that would make sense. It's been a long time since I played this. Or any kind of poker game, really. Okay, so now it is player 1's bet, my bets. I'm going to look at my cards. I'm going to bet 20 and see if I could scare somebody away, maybe. I don't know, maybe scare the dealer away. Now it's my brother's turn. He's going to look at his cards. And he's got 3 6s. Of course, I don't know that. You know, I'm looking away from the screen, and if he's got a good poker face, you know, I would never know he has 3 6s. So he's like, oh, you want to bet 20? I'm gonna raise you 30. How do you like that? So he raises me. Now the bet is 50 to the dealer, and he's like, look at his eyes. He's like, oh, now he raised 13, so he thinks he's got something good. I'm like, it's my turn. I'm looking at my cards. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? I've got 2 jacks. So I don't want to throw any more in, so I'm just gonna go ahead and call. I was never good at cards. My brother's turn. He's like, haha, suckers, I've got 3 6s. I'm gonna bet everything I've got. Oh, he says get lost. Oh, that's because the bet is 13. I bet 39 added to that. It's too much. So 26 would be everything that I've got, or my brother's got. So he's going to raise. He has no money left. It's the dealer's turn, and he raises again, you jerk. Now the bet is 58. So I don't know what happens here. I can't call. I'm going to see what happens. I called, so I don't know. I guess I go negative. And now it's back to my brother, and he's going to go negative as well. So we are both at negative 32, and my brother wins with 3 of a kind. Dealer up there with his 2 10s, raising everybody. So he really helped my brother make a lot of money there. I am in the hole. I owe the casino 32 bucks, and my brother with his 3 of a kind 666 on Christmas morning wins $364. And then you know, we could play the same game, and I don't know what happens here. I mean, because I'm in the negative. I don't remember. If I do same game... nope, it's not going to let me play same game, I guess, because I'm out of money, and I pretty much have to start the game over. You hear that sound. That's me trying to start a new game. So, there's nothing I could do. I'm out of money. Excuse me, my brother has won that hand and that game. So, really, the only thing to do is to hit the reset button. And we're back at the title screen. Blackjack is a fun game. So I'll show you Blackjack here real quick. Again, it's going to ask us for a wallet. So we'll start off with 100. My brother and I starting off with 100 here. And the dealer's going to deal. Oh, he's asking for the game. Okay. Blackjack. Shuffling the cards. Placing our bet. Oh yeah, in Blackjack you place your bet before you get your cards. I'm going to go... that sound you hear is me switching the controllers back and forth, by the way, in case you could hear that. I'm going to bet 25, and my brother's feeling a little cocky after that last win. He's going to bet half of his bankroll here. I've got a 10 showing. Oh, the 13, that's not real good. Oh! The dealer. He gets a freaking 21. He's dealt a 21, you jerk. So I lost 25, and my brother lost 50. So we're going to play this one again. I'm going to stay conservative and bet 25. My brother's like, well, I'm all in now. I'm going to go ahead and bet 50 again and see if I can get my money back. A 7, a 2. Oh, these are terrible cards. Okay. Well, I've got 18. I think I'm going to stand. I'm going to stick with my 18. I don't want to hit. I'm pressing the wrong... I'm holding the wrong controller. Okay, so I stand. My brother's got freaking 12, which is terrible. That's terrible, because there's more 10s than anything in the deck. Odds are he's going to get a 10, but he can't win with that, so he's got to hit. So he's going to hit. And now he's got 18. Okay, well, at least maybe he could tie me. We're actually not playing against each other. We're playing against the dealer, so he's going to stand now. And the dealer got 20, and now my brother's broke. So, I mean, even, I don't know, maybe I'm easily amused, but even just playing the game as two people by myself, I still have a lot of fun with this game. I find it odd that this is the pack-in for this game. My understanding is that originally NFL football was supposed to be the pack-in for the Intellivision. I don't know why that didn't happen. The NFL football is a fantastic game for the system. But we had hours of fun playing this game. We loved playing this. I mean, even our dad would play this game with us. So this was probably the first game that I ever played at home. The first video game I ever played at home, at my home. Our cousins had a Pong unit, and we would play Pong on their TV. But this was the first one we ever played at home. So that is Las Vegas Poker and Blackjack. Okay, now I'm going to show you a game called Armor Battle. I'm pretty sure this is a game that we got on that first Christmas. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure. We can't find the photos from back then, sadly. But I'm pretty sure Armor Battle was a game we got. You can see this one's copyright 1978. So these guys were working on games a full 2 years before they even released the console, which I think is kind of interesting. Armor Battle, as the name suggests, is a game between two tanks, the blue tank versus the black tank. And we've each got a score of 50 here that we start with. And this is another two-player only game, so I would need somebody to play this against. And again, it would be usually me and my brother playing. Now, you can see there's kind of a, I don't know, a countryside here. There's some trees. Those are trees, believe it or not, in the upper left side of the screen. In the lower left of the screen and kind of lower right, that is water, believe it or not. And then you can see there are some roads on the lower right-hand corner of the screen. And then I guess those are supposed to be buildings, those kind of brown things in the middle of the screen there. And then, yes, believe it or not, these are tanks. So this is a tank. You could drive forward. You can turn your tank. Keep in mind, this was back in 1980, written in 1978. The graphics are pretty primitive. But these were actually really good graphics for that time. In this game, you have two tanks. That tank up there, that's a button I could press, and now I'm controlling the tank at the bottom of the screen. And you may notice that I drive slower through the trees than I do otherwise. See, now I've picked up the pace a bit. And this is it. You have this arena that you drive around in. Of course, the other player, maybe my brother, would be controlling the black tanks. I can't control both tanks at the same time, both teams at the same time. So I'm just going to show you what would happen if, well, I'm going to shoot him now. So you try to shoot the tanks, you shoot him, and I always really like the sound effects in this game, and there's a little bit of physics there. You saw when I shot him, my tank backed up a bit from the inertia of the recoil of the shot, and the tank that I hit also backed up a bit. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Each tank can take 3 hits before it is turned to a pile of rubble, as you could plainly see there. So let's say now that my brother's like, all right, enough of this. I'm coming to get you. So he's going to use his other tank here, and he's going to drive up here. Whoops, wrong button. He's going to press the wrong button. He's going to drive up here and see if he can't shoot me at an angle here. Let's see if I could angle this right. Nice shot. And the physics are really cool. I mean, it's hitting the blue tank. The blue tank is moving, but he's not moving much because there's that building there. See that? It's kind of cool. Okay, we're going to move forward up here. Finish off this tank. This, yes, is a very, very slow-moving game. Very slow-moving. So, it was not a game we played a whole lot, actually. Now, there's one other thing you could do in this game. You can lay mines, right? So, let's say that I'm controlling the blue tank here, and we're going to go forward, and I'm going to drive down here, and I'm going to press the button to lay a mine. Now, you notice it doesn't make any noise at all. because you don't want the other player to know that you've laid a mine, but I have laid a mine right here, right? So I'm going to turn around and drive back. I'm going to drive away. Whoops, it's the wrong button. I'm going to drive away, and now my brother's like, oh, I needed to chase you up there? Okay, I'll chase you up there. Of course, my brother would be smart enough to know that I just laid a mine, but for demonstration purposes. Look at that, I can't drive through that tank there, so I need to maneuver around this tank rubble. Look how slow the tanks turn. They're tanks, man. Tanks are slow. So he's going to drive up here, unknowing. Oh, well, I guess I did not lay a mine. I guess I pressed the wrong button. My bad. Okay, so it's my brother who's going to lay a mine instead. He's going to come here. He just laid a mine, right? I think. I hope. Okay, so he's going to drive away, and I'm like, oh, where do you think you're going? I'm going to come and get you, pal. So I slowly turn my tank around. It really was a test of patience, this game. I'm coming for you. Oh, the mine got me. And my brother wins, and so now, since 2 of my tanks were destroyed, my score is now 48, and my brother's score is 49. And then we start the next round. Now, one of the very cool things... I don't know why that sound is playing like that. One of the very cool things about this game was the randomly generated terrain. That was kind of a big deal at this time. It really doesn't have too much of an effect on the game itself. I guess you could think that in this case, maybe the blue team has an advantage because he can move faster, or maybe you could say that the black team has an advantage because he has stuff to hide behind. Although you shoot right over trees, so that doesn't really matter. Can I shoot through that building? I don't know if I'm just not close enough or what. Let me get a little closer here. So this building does not seem to be providing cover. At least I don't think so. I didn't hit him. I think it was too far away. Let's see. I want to see if I can shoot through the building. It looks like the building might be stopping it, so I guess you could, yeah, hide behind a building. So that's kind of cool. You know, I haven't played this game in a very long time. I've forgotten all this stuff. And look, my tank is like hidden in the trees. Ooh, what is that in the trees there? But this, not a whole lot to this game. Not the most exciting game in the world. But I don't know. I think the graphics are kind of cool. I think the tank is kind of neat looking, you know. Some of the ways the tank turns is kind of cool looking. Like that one I think is kind of neat. That one is a mess. If you didn't know that was a tank, there's no way you would know what you were looking at. But Tank Battle, not a game that we spent a lot of time on. But I wanted to show it to you because this was one of the games that we got that first Christmas, I believe. So the next game I want to show you is the imaginatively titled Space Battle. So we looked at Armor Battle just a moment ago. Now we're going to look at Space Battle. This is another game that I think that we got that first Christmas. There is also a game called Sea Battle to round out the Battle trilogy. Sea Battle, fantastic game. And for some reason, I think we got that one that Christmas too, but that seems like a lot of games. So I don't know if we got all those games for that first Christmas or not. But right now I'm going to show you Space Battle. One thing about the Intellivision, a lot of games, you could play the games at a different speed by pressing a different button on the controller to start the game. And Space Battle is one game that it is very nice that you could change the speed of the game because this is a very fast game. I'm going to start this game at what I think is the slowest speed. So what we're looking at now, this is like the radar, and in the center of the screen is our base, and those dots coming towards the base are squadrons of enemy fighters. And what we want to do is try to engage those enemy fighter squadrons with squadrons of our own to protect our base. And we have three different squadrons. We have Blue Squadron, which we could send out, and then we have White Squadron, and then we have Gold Squadron. So you hear that sound there. That sound is a warning that an enemy squadron has made it to the base. You can see that the white is flashing there. That means we can engage that enemy. So we're going to go ahead and go to battle here. And we switch to this screen, the battle screen. And this is moving kind of slow because I told you I picked the slow speed. And put your crosshairs over top of the enemy and you shoot them and they explode. Now, I don't know if any of you guys watched the original Battlestar Galactica back in the late 70s, but apparently these ships were modeled after the Cylon ships, and I believe that Mattel tried to get a license to actually make this game a Battlestar Galactica game, but it never went through. So the enemy ships still kind of look like Cylon Raiders, I believe is what those ships were called, but the game never had the Battlestar Galactica name. But you know, doesn't matter. It's not like there's actual Cylons in the game or any text in the game saying they're Cylons. It's just, you know, just enemy ships. So we fight these. We've destroyed the whole squadron. And now we're going to go ahead and send the white squadron down towards the bottom of the screen. You can see the yellow squadron is flashing there. So we're going to go to battle with the yellow squadron, or gold squadron, if you want to call them that. In the lower left-hand corner of the screen, you can see there's 12 enemies. Now there's 11. In the lower right-hand corner of the screen, you see that there's 3. I have 3 ships in my gold squadron. And you can see that this is kind of... I don't have the best connection between this Intellivision and my recording device, so there's some interference on the screen, but oh well. That's what happens when you play with 40-year-old equipment. But yes, I am playing this on original equipment. These games are kind of hard to play in emulators because of the special controller. I actually have quite a few Intellivisions in storage. And let's see here. Now I need to send the yellow squadron over to that other... Oh gosh, I don't know if I'm doing this right. Blue squadron needs to go in. Oh, blue squadron has lost a... two! I've lost 2 blue squadron ships. You saw it was flashing there. When it's flashing, the computer will start fighting for you, and the computer is not a very good fighter. And he's lost 2 of my ships here, so that sucks. So, but that's okay. In this slow mode, I don't have too much trouble taking out the enemy. I haven't even mentioned, those are the enemy's lasers there, those red things. And if they hit my crosshairs, I will lose a ship. So that hasn't happened yet because, like I said, this is in slow mode, so it's not too difficult. I always like the sound effects in this game, and I always really liked the multicolored stars and how they twinkle. Really always liked that. This was and still is one of my favorite games on the Intellivision. It's a lot of fun to play. It doesn't take long to play a complete game, and it's challenging, you know. And it also makes really good use of the disc. I feel like the disc is a really nice thing to use to move your crosshairs around. One thing that is unique about the Intellivision is that it is a 16-position disc, whereas like the Atari, you know, it was an 8-position joystick. The ColecoVision 8-position. Pretty much every other controller back in the 8-bit era had a 8-position controller, but the Intellivision had a 16-position controller, which allows for more precision when moving about the screen. So this is the final enemy squadron here. I hope you saw that. You can oftentimes take out multiple enemies in one shot. You can see we just took out 3 enemies there with one shot, so that's always exciting. Now, this is, you know, I've mentioned several times, this is the slow version. After this, I'm going to show you the fast version, and it's pretty challenging. Actually, pretty doggone challenging. And we'll see if we can't save our base. There you go, all clear. And that's what you get when you win this game. You get that siren, and it says all clear. That is your win screen. That's it. Not a whole lot to it, not a lot of fanfare. Very basic, very simple game that I love. So now I'm going to hit reset here, and restart the game back to the main screen here. And we're going to play the game in the fastest mode. And you'll see that the enemy squadrons really come towards the center of the screen super quick. But hopefully it's nothing we can't handle. So we're going to send blue squadron there. I'm going to send white squadron up there. And we're going to send yellow squadron down there. Okay, blue squadron is in battle. I've already lost one ship. The battles take place so fast. The computer fought for me really quick there. And I lost a ship already, so I'm down to 2. There's 7 enemy ships here that I need to get back to that other screen real quick, because otherwise the computer will fight for me on that other screen and I will lose more ships. 2 against 2 here. You can see that those lasers are flying really quick. 1 more ship left here. Oh no. Okay, we took care of him. White squadron, go to battle. 3 ships in the white squadron. Watch out for the enemy fire there. I'm sure you could hear in my microphone me pressing the disc with my thumb. It's kind of noisy, but that's okay. I like it. I am one of few people who actually like the controller for the Intellivision. I like it a lot, actually. Oh, 1 more left. Okay, we took care of him. Yellow squadron, go to battle, yellow squadron. It's 3 on 2. Wow, there's only 2 ships in this enemy squadron. Holy cow. Let's send a white squadron over there. And we're going to send blue squadron over there. Oh, alarms sounding. Enemies at the gate. That's okay, we've got 3 white ships here in our white squadron. Only 5 enemy ships here. One left. Okay, we're good there. Oh, my blue squadron's gone. Need to send the white squadron over here, and we're gonna go ahead. Oh, come on, white squadron. I'm gonna send my yellow squadron back home, just in case something happens here with white squadron. Go to battle, white squadron. It's 5 on 3. Oh, 3 at once. That was awesome. Killed 3 ships with 1 shot. 1 ship left. Oh, 1 ship left. 1 enemy ship left. Yeah. That's it. That's the whole game. That's it. You could sit down and play this game in just a minute or 2. Unfortunately, we had casualties. Blue Squadron did not survive. They sacrificed themselves for the good of the base. But Yellow Squadron and White Squadron, they return home glorious in their battle, successful battle against the enemy ships, which I'm pretty sure in the owner's manual there is a description of the names of the enemies, but I don't remember what it is. But that is Space Battle, one of my favorite games. It's just a fun game to just pop in and just play for a few minutes. It's challenging. It's kind of hectic. I'm sure you heard it in my voice. Kind of hectic shooting at those things and managing your ships, sending them to the different squadrons, enemy squadrons to fight. So that is Space Battle, a very fun game. So one final game I would like to share with you guys is probably my favorite Intellivision game. It's called Space Armada. I don't believe this is a game that we got that first Christmas. Maybe I got it for my birthday one year, maybe my brother did, maybe we got it for Christmas the next year, I don't know. But Space Armada, I don't know if too many people would say this is their favorite Intellivision game, but it's always mine. And what it is, it's a Space Invaders clone. I'm sure you guys are familiar with Space Invaders. It's a Space Invaders clone, but there's a lot of things that I like about it better than Space Invaders. For one, the enemies are multicolored. They're really big. The colors are big and bright. So I always liked that. I love the sound effects when I shoot the enemies. Listen to the it's like chords that play this kind of quiet. I don't know. It's it's not an explosion. It's just like a little chord that plays that have always found musical. I've always liked that. But the coolest thing about this game is as you progress, the game gets harder. Not just because the enemies go faster, but because they have tricks up their sleeve. And hopefully I will survive long enough to show you those things. So there's me at the bottom of the screen, you know, regular old Space Invaders. Same strategy that you would use in any Space Invaders game. Shooting the enemies as they go by. You can see there is a UFO that goes by, or whatever, mothership that goes by. You want to shoot these guys before they make it to the bottom of the screen. I'm going to shut up for a second and listen to the sound effects. So hopefully you hear that. It's like a little chord that plays when I shoot them. And I see these guys are just dropping these white squiggly bombs. They're speeding up. There you go. And that's how many ships I have left. That's how many points I've got. Another thing that I really like about this game, and a lot of Intellivision games do this, you see the border is now red. I just like it. The border changes colors as you progress in the game, so you could like be talking to your brother or something and be like, oh dude, I made it to the purple screen or something like that. You know, it's kind of like, or of course you're also wondering, ooh, I wonder what the next screen's going to be. What color will it be? You can see this screen, this level is pretty much the same as the previous level. It's a little bit faster. Enemies move a little bit faster, but they're still dropping the same old bombs. Nothing different here. One thing that's cool about this game, I don't know if you noticed, but when you shoot the mothership, it replenishes one of your bases, which is nice. Now we made it to the yellow screen, and this is where things get a little bit different. Look at that blue long bomb that was just dropped on the right-hand side of the screen. Here comes another one. Watch what happens when it hits the ground. It kind of explodes. And if you're near that explosion, if you're caught in that, you will die. You will lose a ship. So just an example of just one of the interesting new tools that the enemy has to throw against you here. It's a pretty hectic game. It gets kind of hectic. It's just a fantastic game. I just love it so much. Another thing you may see is sometimes you can kill two enemies with one shot. Let's see if I could do it now. Watch this. See that? That second enemy ran into the explosion of the first enemy. Now we made it to the green screen, which is the same as the screen before. They're still dropping those brown bombs. Gotta get away from it. The only difference is that the screen is now green. Oh, I got hit. I didn't even notice I got hit by anything. I was looking up. The only difference is now the border of the screen is green, and the enemies are moving a little bit quicker. Yeah, you gotta get these guys quick, man. Oh, okay. I was worried I was gonna get hit by that brown bomb. My shields are really in bad shape now. I'd really like to hit this. Oh, too soon. Wanted to hit that UFO so I get my shields back. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, one guy left. Okay, here we go. Oh, I missed it. Now look. On this screen, now some of the enemies are invisible. I actually forgot this was the next screen. So they're still dropping brown bombs. And you may have noticed that you could actually shoot the brown bombs as they come down, so sometimes you get them to explode before they make it to the ground. Oh, it's getting crazy. I got hit. Oh man, I really want to make it to the next screen so you can see what the next level, not the next screen, because every two screens are the same. So I got to make it through this one and the next one. Okay, made it. Here we go. Just listen to that sound as I shoot him. It's a random chord that plays. Just I've always liked that a lot. Instead of just a, you know, sound, like an explosion sound, you get a little bit of melody, a little bit of music. A lot of people don't like this game, I think, because it's kind of mushy in that when I press the side button to shoot, there is a slight delay, but you can account for it. I'm used to it. Okay, now look at that thing coming down. There's like these heat-seeking missile things that come down. They're little spirals, and they are hard to avoid. And I am in a bad space right now because I am about out of shields, and you really need shields at this part of the game, because otherwise those red spiral bombs are going to get you. Oh man, I wanted to hit the mothership up there. Oh. Okay, gotta make it through this screen here. Oh, see? Use my shield there to protect myself from those red spiral things, purplish red things. Oh boy, it's getting crazy. It's hard to keep track of which enemies I've already killed, you know, invisible-wise. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Oh, there's an invisible one right here. I don't remember what happens on the next screen. Cool. Okay, got one of my bases back. Oh, on the screen they're all invisible. Look at this crap, man. Oh, jeez. So they stay invisible until they shoot at you, so they do eventually show up. Oh, that's crazy, man. Oh, another one ship gone. Luckily, they give you a lot of ships in this game. Oh, this may be it for me. Oh, there's one left. I can't see it. Oh, no. He made it to the bottom. I love this game. It's so much fun. I played this game a lot when I was a kid. And it's funny, I thought that I had made it really far in the game, but, you know, a couple years ago, I don't know if I was, like, reading a forum about it or if I saw a video of it, I don't know. But apparently there are some really, really difficult screens that I never made it to. I can't remember what those things are now off the top of my head, but I was blown away. I mean, imagine 30 plus years later finding out that there were levels to one of your favorite games that you never even knew about. I was just never able to make it that far. But that's Space Armada. I just wanted to share that one with you. So just a little fun thing for Christmas. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments what your first gaming console was and what some of the first games were that you played for it. I'd like to hear from you guys. And maybe just some Christmas memories related to video games. Love to hear that. Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope you have a great Christmas. And I hope you have a wonderful New Year. And I will see you in another Let's Play soon on my channel. Thank you so much for watching.